Hello and welcome to another day here at Project Nigel headquarters. Today I have the rather exciting task of selling some items and putting a car up for sale. So first item is this. It's a Rover 75 suspension leg. That's right. I've been doing some leg surgery today. Now just look how thick this ice frisbee is. Look at that. That's about an inch thick with a sponge kind of bonded to it. And I really just want to fling it to see how well it flies. Well, on this absolutely wonderful freezing cold summer's day, nothing is going right today. If you've ever seen a Project Nigel video before, then you'll know that very rarely things go to plan. But I'm not going to start reeling off all the disappointments of the day. What I will do is show you what I have done that's actually quite good and quite pleased with. And also, I've just had a wee on top of some ice. It's snowing again, that's good news, isn't it? It is if you like the snow, that is. If you don't, it's not so good news. I really must get Project Kurt up for sale today. It's been here for long enough and somebody needs to drive it and take it away. It's a nice little car. I was just having a chat with my friend about this car actually just then. So I'm going to put it up for a decent price. Needs to do. I want it to go to a decent Rover loving home. Otherwise all I'll get is just this, just need a cheap car brigade. And the same answer for all these people. If you want a cheap car, go and look at a cheap car. Go and buy a cheap car, like a Vauxhall Corsa or something like that. Go and buy something that's cheap because it's rubbish. Go and buy something that's cheap because it needs loads of work doing on it. Come on. People want cheap and good at the same time. And that's not a combination that really ever exists, is it? Isn't it strange how so many people get mixed up between cheap and good? Cheap and good are almost opposites, aren't they? It's a bit like not knowing the difference between yes and no, or wrong and right, or blue and yellow, or red and green, or flat and spherical, like the Earth. By the way, my fridge is beginning to stink, and I'm imagining that's got something to do with it being so cold that it's not doing any work. Normally the compressor will be working away and changing the moisture of the air, getting rid of the humidity, but instead it's not working, so it just goes damp inside. I guess I may as well just leave the door open, really. It's not like it's going to get warm in there, is it? And now on to Project MG Rover Parts Department, which is here, and it's becoming increasingly better and better every day, which is great. Plastic shelf there full of lightweight items, metal shelf full of heavy items. So look at this, all of my window regulators are all on one shelf, and underneath that we have wiper linkages and motors, and then things like suspension leggy bits down there. All that box is empty at the moment. Some things like that will go in there. This rather interesting pyramid of ZT wings there. I actually quite like that. It's almost artistic. And then we have another couple of plastic shelves here which are currently being filled. This box, for example, here says latches on. That's all it has, is just latches. This shelf here has predominantly headlamps, a couple of glove boxes and some rear light clusters as well, but it has been like that for a while. More heavy shelves over here where we have brake calipers, alternators, ABS pumps, starter motors, and what's in there? I've forgotten because I haven't written it on the front. It doesn't really want to go on that shelf actually. And on the top of there, 2 cylinder heads. See, I'm figuring it out. I'm not as daft as I sound. On these bottom shelves there, well, there's just some scrap metal basically. But what I really need to do is find a couple of watertight boxes, because this isn't going to stop coming in here. Big, strong plastic box. But look at this. Oh, look at that. Engineered holes in the bottom. So no, that simply will not work. It will not stop the ingress of water. I need to find a box that hasn't got a hole in the bottom. Just in front here, there's a variety of boxes that are in the process of being sorted. And then they can be tossed to one side or reused, like these ones here. Empty boxes ready for filling. Over here I have the temporary measure of a kind of door card and parcel shelf island. So I'm not saying it'll stay like that, but it's working for the moment. These two shelves at the back here are basically items to sort out shelves, which I'm in the process of doing, of course. And over here, of course, are more items yet to be sorted and possibly bunged somewhere else. Same goes for quite a bit of this here. I'm getting an awful lot of Facebook friend requests recently, usually from rover people, sometimes from men who pretending to be women, and usually car people or anything like this, and then occasionally carpet shops and petrol stations. Why would I want to be a friend with a petrol station? It's a really, really odd thing that. I didn't even know that petrol stations could use Facebook. I don't imagine a petrol station would be capable of using the internet at all. They haven't got fingers or anything, have they? I don't even think they've got desires or wishes or any kind of inclination to eat broccoli. At the start of next week, I am considering doing a head gasket job on this. Kev, yeah, the yellow ZR. Or maybe I should do it on Stan. I'm really unsure which one to use. Not use, do. Project Stan. Should I do Project Stan instead? That's the question. I really don't know. Kev, Stan, Kev, Stan, Kev, Stan, Kev, Stan. Oh dear. Kev, looks Stan, like Captain Kev, Mustard's Stan, software's Kev, gone Stan, berserk again. Kev, Stan. Press the off button. I've got to go home now, but you could help me decide which one of these two cars to do the head gasket on, because I can't really do both of them certainly not at the same time. They're two very different cars really, being as they have the same body shape. So which one? Stan here in Old English white has a 1.6 litre and actually goes very well indeed, and has an MOT. Project Kev here is a 1.4, also has plenty of MOT and is finished in radioactive cat puke yellow.